Hey friends, it's Heather. Welcome back to my channel. I have another process video for you, and this is a part of the Save the Crafty YouTuber YouTube hop, and it's sponsored by Justine Hovey, and you just saw a glimpse of all the sponsors. This is also part of my Inspired series, and today I am inspired by Laura Bassen. So I will get back to that shortly, but I just wanted to quickly mention this is the card that Laura made. Isn't it so pretty? Simple but colorful, and you'll see where that takes me in my layout process. But I just wanted to briefly let you know this video hop is a celebration of crafters, and we're trying to support each other, coming together to give our viewers a chance to discover other amazing crafters. So all you have to do is watch and like the videos, comments, consider subscribing, which would be really great and appreciated. And click on the link in the video description below to hop to the next video. Don't forget to comment. There are tons of prizes. If you are selected as a winner on my video, you will receive some awesome ink pads from Catherine Pooler. So you don't have to comment on each video, but the more you do, the better your chances are. So if you need more information, just check the information box below or head over to Justine Hovey's blog as well. So let me explain what's going on. So I started recently a series inspired by I have not posted. My goal was to post every other week, but with recent events, I have been a little distracted. But my goal is I watch a ton of card making videos, and while I make lots of cards, I don't necessarily film my process. I know there's a lot of really great card makers out there, some of them which are included in this video hop, but I am mainly a scrapbooker, and I make all sorts of paper crafts, mini albums, but my passion is scrapbooking. But I see so many awesome techniques in these card making videos that I am trying to incorporate them into a scrapbook layout. And so that's hence the inspired by. And my last video was inspired by Jennifer McGuire, and this one is inspired by a card that Laura Bassen did. So she took inks, and I think she used distress inks. I'm using distress oxide inks. You could use any inks for this. I think that would work. And she overlapped them. Now hers was in a circle because she was doing it on a card, and I'm working on a 12 by 12 layout, but this could be in a mini album. This could be in a traveler's notebook. I am using a mask. Now, I have a pre-made mask. It's an old mask I got a long time ago from Heidi Swap, but you could create your own. If you have a heart die or an electronic cutting machine, you could create your own. It's a simple shape. It's a heart. You could do this with circles or any sort of shape that you wanted. But this layout is about my daughter, and she is my heart. So yeah, that's where I'm taking it. So I picked out some distress oxide inks, and again, you could use any inks and any color combination. Laura does these beautiful rainbow color cards, and rainbow colors would look really awesome, but I decided to go for some purple, pink, corally shades, or orange is more likely, but you'll see why when you see the photo. So the colors that I am using: picked raspberry, seedless preserves, abandoned coral, ripe persimmon, carved pumpkin, and worn lipstick. So I am just taking the inks kind of from dark to light. And there you go. I didn't make you watch me do both sets of hearts, but that is it all finished, and I love the way it turned out. And so to add just a little bit of texture, I picked 3 of the hearts. I did a little bit of hand stitching, and I am going in with some splatters, not with all of the colors, but just 3 or 4 of the colors, just to add a little bit of messiness. I felt like there needed to be a little bit of messiness to it, but I am so thrilled with the way that it turned out. It was really easy to do, and it turns out it's so pretty. Some of the colors did blend a little bit, which was fine. I wasn't quite sure how all of them were going to look once I overlapped them, but again, I love the way that it turned out. So I was choosing colors that I thought would work well with my photo. That you'll see the photo there on the right is of my daughter. She was playing around with Snapchat, as all the kids are doing these days, and she looks super cute. So my next step was, these are chipboard. I've had them in my stash for quite some time, and I paint them with some gesso, and I'm going to white heat emboss them. And after all of that, they actually don't make it on my layout. But after the layout was all said and done, I was kind of thinking they looked really good on the layout. But I was planning to overlap them on my colored hearts, and I didn't want to take away from all of that work that I had done. But, you know, sometimes we do things like this, and they don't end up working out, but it's part of the process. So I didn't take it all out, because sometimes you just got to see where it all takes you. Right? So like I said, I'm just adding a layer of gesso, because if you just white heat emboss on raw chipboard, it doesn't always come out as bright and white as you'd like it to be. So just taking my Versamark ink pad. I started out with the dauber, the Versamark ink dauber, because sometimes that works better, but sometimes it also makes a mess. So I'm just using some white heat embossed powder, and they're all ready for another project since I did all this work beforehand. But like I said, it doesn't actually make it on there. So, yeah, the Inspired By series. So like I said before, this is my second one, and I've got a lot of videos saved on my YouTube playlist of ones that I was planning to create a new layout from all these wonderful techniques. And I think this technique right here could go in so many different directions. So back to the layout. I'm pulling out some pattern papers because I felt like I needed to mat the whole layout. I wasn't quite sure. That looks really good right there, but I also pulled out this pattern paper with the words on it. It's the other side of that. It's from a Hip Kit Club kit. But I go simple and clean, and I just use a piece of pink cardstock from my stash. So I am just trimming off 1/8 of an inch from all sides, and I am just considering which. That actually looks pretty good too. Yep, I'm just sort of auditioning these colors and patterns to see which one I like the best. And I was thinking of that sort of coral cardstock because it matches my daughter's sweatshirt. But see, don't those hearts look so cute? Now that I'm looking at it again, it probably would have looked good. But like I said, I took all that time to make all these pretty colorful hearts and stitch, and I decided to leave them off. But like I said, they're all ready for another project. And I was a little impatient, and I smudged some of my splatters. But you know what the great thing about Distress Oxide inks is you get a little bit wet and you dab it up, and it's like it never happened. I love working with these inks. So easy to work with. They're beautiful. They're bright. So I'm still debating the background or the cardstock I'm going to mat with. So I'm pulling out these little acrylic hearts. They are from Ellie Studio. I've had them in my stash for a little bit. They're a little thick, but I love the colors. They match really well, so I'm going to scatter those around my page. And before I commit, I know I'm going to pop up my photo on some fun foam, so I'm just adding that to the back of my photo. I have already matted it with some white cardstock, and so I'm just placing everything down before I commit with glue. I will usually place most of my embellishments before I actually start gluing anything down, because you never know when you're going to change your mind, and I've already done all of that work with my hearts. So I'm just going through some other items from my stash, some puffy stickers, some more hearts, and then I thought, I think I have enough hearts. So I don't add any more little hearts, but I am still considering what my title should be, and I realized it should just be my heart, because that's what she is. That's what this layout's about. So I pull out some thickers, white foam thickers from Paige Evans, and I just write my heart. That acrylic piece called Sweet in the top right, that is from a Hip Kit Club kit. I think it was from last summer. And then I also included a piece of flare there. I bought it online on an Etsy shop. And other than adding some sentiment strip stickers, which I do off camera because they were sort of an afterthought, I really don't add that much journaling because you'll see in the still shots at the end that pretty much sums up my thoughts and feelings about this. And it wasn't like an eventful day. It was just a picture she snapped and I thought it was cute. So sometimes those are the best ones. So as I am finishing up here, don't forget to check out the next video in the video hop and like and subscribe. If you're interested, I would really appreciate it and I would be so grateful. Thank you so much for checking this video out and watching me and the other ladies. We do certainly appreciate the support. I know there's been a lot of changes in the last couple of years with YouTube accounts, and we're all just trying to keep up and keep our place in the YouTube world. But there are a ton of fantastic prizes being given away, so don't miss your chance to get some of those. Yeah, as I'm finishing up, you just notice, so I matted my photo with the same pink cardstock that I matted my layout with, and I am finishing up with just a little bit of some clear, colorful stickers that I had in my stash. It's from a Coco Vanilla Studio collection, Happiness. That was a popular collection. Here are the still shots. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you were inspired by this video and all the other ones that you're going to watch today. I am so grateful to have you stop by. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for your support. If you're not new, thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a great day and staying safe and healthy. And I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.